minds, really in two minds whether to make this video or not. Under the circumstances, something happened recently which sort of rocked the family to the core. And I sort of figured I'll make this video to see if I can, I don't know, raise awareness. A bit of an odd thing. I don't know how raising awareness really works, if it does anything, but maybe one person watches this and sees the signs, recognises, or maybe even has experienced some of the same. So this year's been a really bad year, Obviously lost the old boy to cancer, which was heartbreaking and difficult, and last week a close family member decided to take their own life, which we never expected. Nobody ever expected it. It was one of the biggest shocks of my life, because I have all the troubles and things that have gone on during my life, and people that I know, and things that have happened. She was one of the very, very last people I would have ever expected to do something like this, and it wasn't really her, and I'll get to that in a bit. So yeah. So I've been a bit rubbish at replying to messages and things like that, and putting stuff out there and whatnot. It's just been a bit, well, you can maybe appreciate it's not been very easy. She's left behind a loving husband and a 1-year-old girl, a little daughter, her only child. Yeah. So basically, I'm not gonna go into all the details and things like that, because there's no need. But what it's been put down to is something called postnatal psychosis. I'd never heard of it. So everybody, or most people, have heard of postnatal depression, which I've heard of it. A lot of people have heard of it. And this is something completely different. It's a mental illness that can cause you to become deluded and suicidal. And I don't really know the actual ins and outs of it, but it's actually classed as a medical emergency. So if you see the, if you see the signs, you're meant to ring 999. It's that serious. But nobody had ever heard of it. Nobody actually knew that she was going through this at the time, because she was just always happy. She's called Lorraine. She was always happy, smiley. She's a very intelligent woman, very outdoorsy, very active. No one knew she was going through this battle inside her mind, and it's always the case. This isn't the first time something like this has happened during my life, and it's always the people, it's the people with the biggest smiles that carry the heaviest burdens. And in my experience, the people who talk about it a lot, who tell everybody how they feel, are the people that don't do it, because they've got the talking about it. It's the people that don't. seem to do things like this, and basically it's all the signs of postnatal depression, and just took up a notch. But Lorraine did it really, really well, and yeah, it was a shock. And for the family, the way she did it wasn't very pleasant. I can't remember where I was. Where was I? I'm fuddled. So yeah, it's left a real mess. It's left a real mess behind, and it wasn't her. The person that left the house that morning and went and did what she did wasn't the person that we know. That person that we know and love. She wouldn't have done that. She wouldn't have left behind her daughter, because she was so utterly devoted to her daughter, to her husband. So yeah, it's been a grueler, and I know a lot of you are going to say, you know, send your thoughts out to me in the comments and be really kind, and I just sort of ask you to sort of direct them at you know, little Annabelle and James, her husband, because they're the real victims. They're the people who really need your thoughts at this time, not me. That little girl's now going to grow up without a mum. She's only 1, and she'll never know what a beautiful person Lorraine was. And depression is something that gets bandied about a lot. I think a lot of people say, I feel depressed, or I've got depression, or things like this. It's something that people tend to like generalise when they feel a bit down. But there's lots of different forms of it. Like, I didn't know about this like postnatal psychosis, which is one up, you know, which is a lot worse than postnatal depression. Yeah, so it gets banded around a lot, and sort of loses meaning. I think it's lost a lot of meaning to some people. They don't realise that depression is an illness. It's not just feeling sad, it's not just feeling down. It's an illness. It's something in your brain that has stopped working as it should, and it's something a lot of people suffer with. So, you know, the people that suffer the most always hide it. Always seem to hide it. The people who aren't really suffering from depression generally saying they're depressed, but I think the people who really are suffering don't let on. So if I can just raise any sort of awareness that it might do something, it might not. It might help someone, one person. Out of all the subscribers I've got, might be a few people suffering with it, and you know, what happened should never have happened. It should never have happened. It should never have happened, because there was no reason for Lorraine to do it. Because this postnatal psychosis makes you believe you're failing as a parent, failing as a mother. She wasn't. She was a fantastic person and a fantastic mother, so this just shouldn't have happened, but it did. And if anybody knows someone suffering with postnatal depression, or you think it's postnatal depression, I think you need to try to help. I don't know how. It's so easy to say that, so easy to say you've got to help them, but how do you help them? How do you help them? How do you stop things like this happening? I don't know. I don't know how you stop things like this happening. I wish I had the answer. There isn't. I don't know an answer. I don't know. But I think we've got to try. I think that's the very least we can do, is try, because thought of my little girls growing up without their dad, without me, makes me feel sick. And the thought of other people going through this makes me feel sick. And yeah, so if you do feel like that, or you know someone who you think feels like that, I don't know how you can help them, but try, at least try. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Depression's something that in this industry, in agriculture, is rife, with it being such an unstable business, and with such pressures and demands put on people, on farmers, and the modern economy driving people out of business. It's something that's very, very close to home in this industry, and I think it needs more done. Maybe, I don't know what. Again, I don't know what done, but I just don't want this to happen to anybody else. I don't want this to happen to anybody. Whether it be postnatal psychosis or depression or anything like that, it shouldn't be an option. It shouldn't be a way out. But it is for a lot of people. A lot of people. So yeah, I don't know really what more I can say. I just wanted you guys to know about it. And I'm not sure. Well, I'm still not sure whether I put the video up or not. I don't know. I don't know. But we'll see. If you're watching it now, then obviously I'll put it up. So yeah, it's been a bit of a rubbish year. Well, it's been a mixed year, to be fair. The birth of my second beautiful little daughter, death of my old boy, death of Lorraine, and I suppose the start of my YouTube channel, which has gone really, really well. So it's been a mixed year. It's been a difficult year at work. Everything's been against us. We're getting through it. So yeah, it's been a test. It's been a test. So I just sort of got back into the rhythm of doing things as well. And, you know, getting the videos, recording things, editing them. Just got into a bit of a rhythm, and it sort of knocked it a little bit. So yeah, if you've any thanks or condolences, send them over to James and Annabelle, not me. They're the people that really need the support and the love at the minute. Yeah. Alright guys, I'll see you soon. Bye.